What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. A little chilly down here in South Florida. That's got my boy wanting to buy a bike, and that's the discussion of the day. So he calls me up, hey, I want to buy an Indian. He goes and test rides the Indian, brings it to the crib, everything like that. I'm like, bro, it feels like plastic to me, man. You know, but you like what you like, you know. It does have some good key points, I guess, you know what I mean? But I'm like, that aftermarket is trying to grow, but it ain't there enough. Yeah, they are starting to do the circuit racing, and the problem is there's not enough dealerships. There's one by us, which is real convenient, but you go out there on the highway, where's the next one? Where's the, you know, man, and I'm be honest with you, man, you know, they don't even have like bike shows. It just ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. So he finally, a couple months later, he finally comes to the conclusion he wants a road glide. Now, my boy is about 140 pounds. Hey, the weight has nothing to do with it, but he's 140 pounds and he want a road glide. And I'm saying, bro, go for that. You don't need a street glide. Go for what, you know, he's a little shorter than me. We might be about the same height, but for the most part, go for it. So then he hits me with this one. He goes like this. Boom. Do I get a standard or do I get a special? My eyes, what can your budget afford? That's first off. And especially anybody who knows, if you buy a Harley, you want to immediately start upgrading. So you need to be able to pick out the right one for the budget, so you can do other things besides pay a bill. If that standard's, at least $150 cheaper than the special, go for the standard. If it's not, I wouldn't do it. Now, let's keep going. Let's go a little bit further. I'm going to go into details here. So, the specials come with a 114. The standard comes with a 107. So, in the long run, if you plan on doing, a stage 2 on the bike, you're going to get more out of the 114, obviously. So, depending on how far you're going to go, that should let you know something as well. Now, if you're going big time, big giant motor, then standard. Save a couple grand. I would think the difference between a standard and on a good day and a special on a good day is probably around $5,000. There's anywhere between 5 and 8, or we could go the opposite way. You know, there's a big range here because motorcycles are just priced so funny at different dealerships, and I've seen it with my own eyes. So we're looking at, let's just call it for an even number, $4,000 of difference. You got to think, every 1,000 is $20 on a payment. So if it's $4,000, I don't think the way to go is standard. I think you get more money, get more out of for your money with a special. Specials are something that you can customize to you, so are the standards, but you got to start from ground zero. There's a few things I want in my Harley that I got to have and I got to keep, and I'm going to tell you right now, that's the radio and that's the 114 or better. So if I can't have both of those, I don't want it. The console and, all those things being gloss, it doesn't matter to me. But if that's what the special is offering, that's what I have to have those other two components. It is what it is. If they're not, if some dealers will mix and match a little bit for certain people that, they know are just coming in looking for certain things. They will give you a standard with a bigger radio. Well, I know a lot of guys who jump that direction. I know a lot of guys who, like I said, don't want to spend that extra dime. They get the bare basic bone nothing of the motorcycle, but already have a radio ready and already are ready to go to Daytona or a big event to have all those other parts replaced. Great idea. You just got to have that cash on hand to say, let's make it do what it do. But, for other guys, they want to get the top of the line. They want to rock it right there, right out of the box, and don't want to do much to it. CVO guys, ST guys, that's their lane. Special guys, they can kind of edge in there, but sometimes we'd rather do a lot more, or not a lot more, but a little bit more of customizing ourselves. I can do my own grips. I can do my own bars. I can do my own floorboards. I can do all that myself on what I really want. But I will not start as low as a standard because out of the box, I want the more essentials that I care to go out and have somebody else try to put on for me. So I'm telling him all of this, and he's taking it in, but then he backs up a little bit. He's like, but what if and when somebody says the what, hey, why are you calling me, man? Why are you calling me? When you start hitting me with the what ifs and what if and what if, why are you calling me? Because you know what I'm going to tell you. If that's how you already felt, that's the route you should go. All I can kind of do is help you with the numbers of this thing. Everything that Harley has to offer is expensive. If you don't like black, then you won't be getting a standard. You need to go out and get yourself a special. Now you might say, hey, does he want to buy a used special or a used standard? Off the rip, I said don't buy anything used unless you know how to work on it. Unless you're going to go and get that Harley big time warranty for 2 years, especially if you don't plan on doing anything to that bike but leave it bone stock. Now, most of the guys who I know that leave their bikes bone stocks really don't keep them that long. He might be a year into this thing and then he's like, I'm bored with the bike. It happened to me. I just kept mine a little longer. I kept mine 3 years. 3,000 miles on the bike. I was bored with it. I got rid of it. I got this big idea in my head to go ahead and get a brand new bike, something more customized to what I like that probably not as many people have, and then let's go 10 with it. Let's go do everything to it to show people this is what you can potentially have. I think I did that. 2022 was a year that I was shelling out paper, baby, to make what I wanted and have it to show off to the rest of the world. So in 2023, when you guys do get to see my bike again and you might see me at Daytona or whatever event, and shout out to me if you got some events coming up that might be good for me to roll out to, you'll see for yourself because these bikes are a lot different from YouTube than in person. They don't sound anything like what you think they sound like. A phone or a camera can only do so much justice for something that doesn't really sound like that, and the smell of those bikes. So my thing to him was, me knowing him and his personality, get yourself a special, put you a nice exhaust on it, put your stage 2 on it, and put you 2 good speakers up front, and let's go riding. He likes to ride hard. He won't put anything heavy in his bags. He won't do all these other things because he doesn't probably, he probably wants to get more miles than he wants to get low in the turns and all those different things. Like I said, he's 140 pounds. So the suspension, maybe he might do that. And some bars, maybe, but that's about it. He doesn't need much. But if that's the way you're going to look at it, you're a special guy. If you're one of those guys that say, hey, everything pretty much but the frame, and the frame and the motor on this bike, I'm changing out anyway, then you're a standard guy. You need to go out and get you a standard. And if they offer a standard in any other color, jump on it right away, because you're going to do your own thing and nobody knows how much you pay for the bike. Now, I'm going to tell you guys this. I know a guy who walked out of a dealership with a year-old bike that had never been ridden, a brand new year-old bike, so an end-of-the-year bike for $25 out the door. Now, you have to have somebody in your pocket or finagle some people really good to get a price like that on a special out the door. It's not that easy. These dealerships want to make what they make, and that's pretty much them not making anything. And that bike could have gone to somebody else who, and they usually like to wait the last minute to see if somebody else will pay more for the bike. So if you can pull that off, pull it off, buddy. I'm telling you now. But the 2023s are out. The 2023s have some different colors to them. I'm not super impressed. Maybe we'll see what the CVOs have to bring, but I really wasn't impressed when I went to the dealer. You guys saw in the beginning of this video what I saw. So, guys, if you got any different opinion on that, drop it down in the comment section. Let my boy read it. This is for him, all right? Guys, until the next time.